baseball fans, the game is over. Welcome to the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show. Bet above the rest. Only at the Potawatomi Sportsbook, Milwaukee. After the last pitch, you've made the switch for 21 seasons. We'll hear from the manager, the players, and the highlights from the game. It's time to talk about the game and the team with Tim Allen on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
Well, it is almost a final, and we don't know about the results. Welcome in, everybody. Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show coming up when this game goes final. But in the meantime, we'll do the Potawatomi Sportsbook baseball talk show. There's Steve Sparky Fifer, Tim Allen. We are tied at 3 in the bottom of the 7th inning. And there's a runner aboard, Bryce Terang on. Is that Bowers up?
Bowers is up, yep.
Yeah.
2 outs.
So we'll see what happens. Bryce Terang with a big hit in this game. A 2-run single to tie it. You did not want to be around me earlier in this game, especially in that bottom of the first inning.
Bases loaded, and you only scored a run because the guy got hit by a pitch. Terang just still second.
And so, runner at second base now with 2 down in the bottom of the 7th inning. You had the bases loaded, nobody out. You score a run on the hit by pitch, as you said, and then you had the bases loaded again with nobody out. See what I'm saying here?
Yep.
And you come up with a painful 1 run. You fast forward to the Twins putting up 3 runs in that third inning?
Yeah, I think so. That's what it was. Yeah, let me look. I'll double check it. Yeah.
And what do they get? A big 2-out, 2-run double.
Second inning, they got 3 runs.
Second inning. Yep. Barreled up. Where's that? We talked about this last night a little bit. Where's that hit for this team? You just don't get it. Now, Bryce Terang came up with that big hit. Now a strikeout.
By Bowers.
Bowers. And so
at least
the
he
game
swung, I guess.
Moves into the 8th inning, tied at 3.
How many innings are we going to go, 13 or 14?
No. I think this will end in 9, one way or the other.
Think so?
Yeah. And you see the difference. Leadoff men on base. Almost the whole series for the Minnesota Twins. Now, Drowan, that's the outlier. You had that, tough outing yesterday. But in terms of today, Robert Gasser just hanging on by a thread throughout this game. And I think the Twins, I'm learning something about the Minnesota Twins. They love fastballs. Who doesn't? But they love them.
For sure.
I mean, they'll lay off a lot of breaking stuff. They'll just lay off and spit on anything with a wiggle on it. When you're not landing those, you're going to get in trouble with that Twins team. And that was the that was the case tonight for Gasser to a degree. But again, 4 2/3, that 3-run outing. Was it a complete disaster? It wasn't good. But I don't think it could have been a lot worse. How about that?
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
It probably should have been a lot worse for Gas. Pitch count up because of yesterday. They make a move. Bryce Wilson DFA'd. What does he need to do? Pitch 3 innings of nothing, and then he gets caught.
You said last night, I don't know why he's on the team. Well, now he's not. So you don't got to worry about that anymore.
No. Now they bring up Richardson,
who sucks. His numbers are bad. Like his major league numbers, even though he doesn't have a ton of long stints, not great. Minor league numbers aren't great. Like
They're not.
No, and I think he was what, 2nd round pick of the Reds or whatever. So we'll see. But
first name Lyon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see if these pitching coaches for the Brewers can fix him. My guess is he's here for a couple days. He's cut, and then they rotate through. This is what this is going to be, and I talked about it earlier today in the leadoff show. Last year, this team had, where is it here? I gotta find where it is. They had, I think 32 pitchers used. Yeah, here it is. 32 pitchers used last year on the active roster.
17 starters.
Okay, 32 pitchers last year. Lyon Richardson is the 32nd pitcher this year for the Brewers. Already.
Yeah, wow, already.
56 players appeared on the active roster last season total for the Brewers. The Lyon Richardson is 53 for the Brewers right now.
Yeah, that's what the Brewers do, though, and that's the way they're going to have to handle this as they balance. Was tuned in a little bit to the flagship here in Murphy on the manager's show, and he had reiterated that just this is the way they're going to have to do this.
Yep.
There's a ground ball,
It's
and
an out. The other thing,
there's a pick.
I want to go back to Gasser for a second, if you don't mind. We talked about this on the leadoff show earlier today. Dude, the last time he was at Target, the last time they played, he saw them was May 17th at Target Field. He went 4 innings, 3 hits,
And gave
3
up
runs,
3 runs.
2 earned runs, 2 walks, 3 Ks, 3 hit batsmen in that game.
And now
and
he had
79
at least
pitches.
2.
Yes, they've hit 3 guys in this game because Patrick hit 1. Yeah,
Gasser, I think, is a lot like Sproat. Be careful. In this regard, the future looks bright, but the future isn't right now for either one of those pitchers.
correct.
It's just not now. But you can see how there's going to be success for these guys. Are they going to be 1s and 2s? Maybe not even 3s. But I think they'll be really good 4s and 5s at some point.
I got a comment over here in the Dugout YouTube chat. Says from Kevin on Facebook, too many Ks with runners in scoring position. It's going to kill them the next couple of months.
I cannot tell you, you did not want to be around me in the first inning. You just, again, I've been talking about this all year long. I love the traffic. Don't get me wrong. You love the base runners. You love the setting the table. Brewers on base, good start to the 4th inning in June. Good start to the 3rd inning in May. Good start to the 1st inning in August. Table set. You hear all these terms. And then what happens? The whole thing slows down. And again, I'll use the term painful. It's just slow and fouling off pitches, and I like that. I don't mind that. Make the guy work. But at some point with traffic, someone barrel one up. Come on, guys. Now, I'm not sure that we're not too far away from another players' meeting, offensive player meeting.
What is that going to do?
happened a couple of months ago.
I don't understand. Like, what exactly happens in an offensive player meeting? Exactly. So y'all sit around and say, dude, we got to do better. We can't suck. We got to focus more. We got runners on base and not strike out. Like, what exactly happens between a bunch of players talking to each other about not performing? What gets done? What changes?
There you go, Ash. But it tends.
Ashby got a strikeout since Tim didn't describe it to everybody. That was a strikeout
sorry.
for Ashby to end that half inning. So we're to the bottom of the 8th. We go tied at 3.
That was a big inning for Ashby right there.
It's nice when he gets a few days off, isn't it?
Yeah, I think the lesser workload is maybe helping him a little bit.
Correct. Totally.
But again, the meeting, they've been known to work. All of them don't work. They go back to what they were doing. And in essence, I cannot remember when they did that. Was at home, was it not? When that last meeting was? Anyway, they're going right back to this, getting the table set and then not coming through right there. They get a guy in trouble and let him off the hook. They get a guy in trouble and work up that pitch count, and they score 1 run. They scored 1 run on a hit batter, a walk, and 2 hits.
Right. Yep.
That's what I'm talking about here. This offense is going to have to come through when there's traffic, and that means runners in scoring position. They were doing well earlier in the season in that regard. Now, I don't have the metrics in front of me right now.
With runners in scoring position?
Lately, given the last, month. Because it can't be good. They just constantly are leaving runners aboard and not coming through with that hit. I said it last night. Spencer Horowitz, a 3-run double. Josh Bell, a 2-run homer. Tonight, there was a 2-run double with 2 outs and the bases loaded for the Twins. And what do the Brewers have? And again, Turang bailed him out there. and he got the 2-run base hit, and I'll give him that. But this has been an issue here as of late. Setting the table and not eating your dinner.
I got to figure out how I can do the last 30 days. But overall, with runners in scoring position, the Brewers are hitting 263 on the year. The number one team in all of baseball is the
Base
Twins.
Yep. There you go.
Contreras, that was a bloopy.
He needed that.
Yeah, he did. The number one team in baseball with runners in scoring position is the Twins at 280.
Yeah, because they ambush everything.
The Brewers are ninth in all of baseball at 263. Now, if we take that and we go to slug, because that's always tends to be the Brewers' issues, the Twins are second at 439. The Brewers are seventh at 424 for slug with runners in scoring position. Tim.
Not lately, though.
No, this is all year. This is not the last 30 days. This is all year.
That has come up. I mean, they went on that road trip where they were god awful.
Right.
With runners in scoring position. I mean, it was critical mass. Whatever you think about that stat, I know Lane Grindle on the network, he just says, well, runners in scoring position, those numbers just come and go. There's no rhyme or reason to them. I don't know about that. I'm not so sure about that. Gamers are gamers, and guys tend to step up.
Yeah, I think certain guys have. Now, again, it's more difficult in baseball, to hit a damn baseball versus in basketball to hit a jump shot or, to catch a touchdown or throw a touchdown pass one way or the other.
So Lockridge
stole second, pinch runner, and stole second. Correct.
And stole second.
So nobody out, runner on second. Mitchell's up 0 for 3.
You got to bunt him over.
Yeah, you'd think so, but we'll see. But what were we talking? I got all sidetracked now. Gosh darn it.
No, the runners in scoring position. But again,
I know what I was saying. The clutch gene. I think certain dudes just have it where your heart slows down and you're able to come up with that big hit in big moments. Of the guys that are on this team, how many of those guys do they have?
Exactly. All right, so the Brewers, a runner at second base, nobody out. And Mitchell up. That's Lockridge. You got good wheels at second base. And, it's the bottom of the 8th inning. So you got to play for the run here.
Correct.
He's not bunting.
Well, he's taking and looking 2-1.
I don't know.
I mean, he knows how to bunt. Haven't we seen Gary Mitchell bunt previously?
Oh, yeah.
So it's not a question of, like fielder can't get down a bunt. I mean, this is a guy that's bunted in the past. Now, again, he's also been a guy that's been unlucky a little bit lately. He had a ball, 107 earlier in this game that ended up right to somebody. That almost worked as a bunt. He barely got a piece of it. So, anyways, but the good news about this day, if there's anything, is the Cubs lost. That's good.
That is a good thing. That's a really good thing. You take this game, and you've got Miz tomorrow to go after the series. You'd be 5.5 up heading into tomorrow if you can take this game. We'll take a break, and then possibly Brewers will have the lead when we come back. Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show on the way as the Brewers and Twins deadlocked at 3 in the bottom of the 8th inning. There's Steve Sparky Fifer, Tim Allen talking Brewers baseball tonight in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Welcome back. Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show is on the way here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. We were right. When we came back just now, the Brewers took the lead. They're up 4-3 heading into the ninth inning with Trevor McGill coming on. Feel pretty good about that normally, yes? You locked this game down.
This Twins offense is something, though, so we'll see.
Yeah, well, we'll see. McGill and Uribe have been outstanding here for quite some time. You look at Abner Uribe tonight, his 20th consecutive scoreless outing. In his last 30 outings, he's got an ERA of 0.6. Now, where's his ERA now after the scoreless inning? I'm going to guess 2.1, 2.09, just over 2.
Let's see. His ERA for Uribe, 2.09.
Yeah.
For Uribe right now after tonight's performance.
And again, that's why this in most cases, it's about this offense. Can this offense do well enough to match that pitching? Aaron Ashby with a scoreless frame as well. You notice they went with Uribe in the 7th, Ashby 8th.
Yep.
And that is contingent on where the opponent is in their order.
Correct, which makes a lot of sense. Hey, I just got a text from somebody that's at American Family Field, and he sent me a video. They were flashing yelly on the scoreboard. Yes, he sent me a video of it.
Okay, so maybe last night they didn't.
Well, that according to one person.
According to one person. I'm going to guess they did.
I'm guessing they probably did, too. That would be my guess. I mean, we weren't there, but no, I'd imagine.
No, but they had done it earlier in the season with Joey. Joey's out there. I don't really necessarily mind that. A really festive crowd tonight. 40,000 plus. I don't know what you think of the Wave.
I'm fine with the Wave.
I am too. A lot of sportscasters are just vehemently against the Wave. They think it's just stupid.
Because they're prudes.
Okay.
There you go. How about that? And who gives a damn, man, if they want to do a Wave? The point of going to a game is having fun.
That's right.
And if 40,000 people think that's fun, then who are you to say boo about what they think is fun?
Yeah.
Who cares, man? It doesn't affect anything. Everybody is standing when you're standing and sitting when you're sitting. You can still see the game. And most of the time when the Wave is happening, the game is not in a critical part. Not all the time. Sometimes, fans don't get it right as far as when they do it. But who cares if they do it?
Yeah, I mean, they're having fun. I mean, these same sportscasters don't get upset that the kids are running to get cotton candy and not paying attention. I mean, what's the difference?
Correct.
You do what you do at a ball game. Brewers Dice Cup giveaway night tonight.
Yeah, Vinny Rottino playing Ship Captain Crew on the set in a commercial break.
And
so that's pretty good. Ship Captain Crew. You and I had a couple games of.
Gets caught. I thought it was out of here.
No, I wasn't that close.
Okay.
It was on the warning track, but it wasn't like he was.
It
wasn't like he was on the wall. It was pretty catchable. Ship Captain Crew. You and I played some games of Ship Captain Crew back in the day.
A ton. We'll talk about that. I did get a text from somebody at the game. My one sister, well, I have 4, but the one sister is there with cousin Jeannie.
Yep.
Cousin Jeannie's a season ticket holder.
Cousin Jeannie gets around, doesn't she? She was at State Fair yesterday. She's at the Brewers game today.
That's
Goodness gracious.
She's an entertainment fool.
I love it. That's good.
But my sister said I get to have the Brewers Dice Cup.
Good.
Doesn't care.
Good.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You absolutely should.
That is really cool. All right, 1 out in the ninth. The Brewers close to going back to their high water mark of 29 games over 500 if they can get the next 2 outs.
And you get your game back from the Cubs that you lost yesterday. So that also would be a good thing. Foul out to Hamilton at third base.
Hamilton. Now, Joey Ortiz, just get everyone up to speed here, did leave the game neck tightness.
That sucks.
I don't know if that occurred on the Keishel base stealing attempt where Contreras threw him out.
I don't know, man. I've had neck issues all day today. Who knows? I don't know. Can't prove neck tightness one way or the other. It's
all right.
It is
Jeffers
tightness.
up and a fly ball.
That's going to do it.
And it
He's
is a
got it.
final.
Yep.
Okay, we'll take a break, come back, and we'll fire it up. Brewers get the victory. It's the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Just went final. Stick around. We'll get to your calls and talk about a big-time Brewers win. Stick around.
baseball fans, the game is over. Welcome to the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show. Bet above the rest. Only at the Potawatomi Sportsbook, Milwaukee. After the last pitch, you've made the switch for 21 seasons. We'll hear from the manager, the players, and the highlights from the game. It's time to talk about the game and the team with Tim Allen on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
It is a final from American Family Field, and the results are good. A Brewers 4-3 victory to get the series even at a game apiece. Welcome in, everybody. It's the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Tim and Sparky and a Brewers victory. I would say this is going to rank in the top 5 or 6 wins of the season. I'm telling you, you got Miss on the mound tomorrow, you take the series.
Okay, listen, I agree with you that this was an important win because of where you are in the schedule, because of the Cubs winning and you losing yesterday. The Cubs lose today, so you get that game back, so that makes it important. And again, you're going to San Diego and the Dodgers. You do not want to leave Milwaukee losing 2 of 3 to the Twins. So this was a very, very important game from that aspect. As far as biggest wins of the year, I don't know. That's
one of the top 5 or 6.
I'm going
there.
All right.
Yep. It's very significant, probably for the main reason of, and this, I don't want to sound like a loser mentality here, but you're challenged out west, 3 in San Diego, 4 in L.A. against the Dodgers. You are challenged every win right now. And, as Sparky just said, in the midst of the 17 in 17 run that they're on, they did make a roster move. The Lyon Richardson era has begun in Milwaukee.
It won't be long.
Bryce Wilson was DFA'd. Brewers were down 3-1 mid-game. Bryce Terang comes up with a big 2-out, 2-run single to tie it. And then there in that 8th inning, I'm starting to lose my mind again. Starting to go crazy again. You get a base hit to lead off in a tie ball game at home, bottom of the 8th inning. William Contreras, you pinch run Lockridge there. He steals second base. He's right there. He's the winning run, and you don't butt him over.
No Garrett Mitchell bunt.
Oh, my gosh, I was going to lose my mind, and he popped it up. But then Andrew Vaughn came through. That was big time.
Can we play the highlight here?
The Vaughn mower, yeah.
Vaughn, right side, base hit. Here comes Lockridge. Here comes the throw from Martin. Lockridge is safe, and the Brewers have the lead. Vaughn, the second RBI single. 4-3 Milwaukee in the 8th inning.
He does that quite a bit, right? Just punches that ball into right field, and with Lockridge with the great speed.
That's just a big-time at-bat from Andrew Vaughn right there. Wow. They get the 4-3 victory. The bullpen absolutely outstanding tonight. And you give these guys some offense, boy, that pitching staff, despite what happened yesterday, guys, despite that, I mean, you're going to have a bubble up like that, and hell, they almost won the game anyway.
Correct.
Despite their starting pitcher going, just 5 innings, allowing 9 hits and 6 runs. Gasser probably was headed for a fate likely to that, but just muscled up enough, 4 2/3, a 3-run ball. And the Brewers were, well, I would say empty, but they did score a run that first inning as well. Bases loaded, nobody out, bottom of the first. Let's throw a punch. Punch, come on, baby. Hit by pitch, scored a run. Bases loaded, nobody out, 1 in.
Nope.
And pain.
Yeah, pain.
That was just pain. But they got the win, and the series now even at a game apiece. Want to get your reaction here. Nicolay Law talking text line at 414-677-1250. And you got your mitts on that Dice Cup. That was, how big of a giveaway was that tonight?
I would think, based on how big cribbage was, that they probably figured this would be a gold mine. And I'm based on the attendance, I would say it probably was.
So we play dice at you guys can let us know if you're still a dice player here. We play dice at family functions. It's the left, right, center.
Oh yeah,
thingy.
That's fun too.
And then, but in bars, you guys know the bar scene with dice. I have one question for you on the Dice Cup.
Oh boy,
why is it necessary to slam the cup down? in a bar?
I don't know. You and I have done that for years. You've slammed it down too. Let's not act like you don't do it.
Well, I
You've
mean,
done it for years.
not like some of these muscle heads are just trying to pollute the bar with just bam. Ship Captain Crew, or I guess Aces is another game you could play. You farm out Aces, I guess. That was one.
Ship Captain Crew was the one you and I always played back in the day.
Automatic all day, though.
Yep.
That's the rule. You can't just stop in one. I got 8-1. No, I don't like that game. All right, I want to get your reaction on this Brewers significant win, important win, or big win. Okay, Bruce in Romeoville. Is that Illinois? Bruce, what's going on?
Yes, it is Romeoville, man. It is Romeoville, Illinois. Yes.
Oh, Brewster, my man.
I had to trick you, homie. I had to trick you for a minute.
Well, you did it.
I've been okay, man. I've been living my life here, man. I've been okay. I've been, I've been all right, man. I'm just trying to live my life down here and trying not to stress myself. But you know what?
Well, here's the deal, Bruce. We're here to take your eye off what ails you, okay? So we're here to have some fun. We're here to follow a really good Brewers baseball team. So look at it that way, okay?
I know. Hey, I've been watching the Brewers lately, and I miss baseball. But I'm glad the Brewers are in first place. They need to. I hope this team does go all the way. I was kind of hoping they would get Scoobo, but you know what? Maybe it's a good thing that they didn't get them. Maybe they know what they. I think they know what they're doing, and I think they're gonna stick to their plan. And I do hope that they do go to the World Series. And if they do go to the World Series, I'm gonna be one happy man.
Yeah, we're all gonna be happy, Bruce.
Bruce, if they win the World Series, I'm gonna kiss you right on the forehead.
Whatever. I'll tell you what. If they make the postseason, I'm gonna take a couple day vacation. I will come up there and I will meet you personally for the first time in 21 years.
Done.
How about that?
Yeah, that's it.
That,
they're going to
Bruce.
make the postseason, Bruce. So just get ready for your days off. Take care,
love
Bruce.
To meet you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bruce. Hey, there'll be brighter days, whatever's ailing you, and hopefully the Brewers can be that distraction that you like. All right, Nicolay Law talking text line 414-677-1250. Colin, you're up next here. Brewers get a 4-3 win, series tied now.
Tim, got to say, one of the best days of the summer. Totally agree. One of the biggest wins of the year by far. They need that momentum.
Yeah.
I'm sitting right now in Nashville. I got a good buddy getting married. We got 18 of us wide. Listen to the radio broadcast. Listen to the game. Now we're listening to the post-game show.
Nice.
When did Nashville be
the
the destination for bachelor parties? It's just constant now.
Oh, it's the best place on earth. And plus, too, you got cherry on top. Kings, Scumbag Council, and the Cubs getting beat by the Royals, of all people, 6-3.
Yep.
Can't get any better.
No,
Yeah,
it's beautiful. No doubt. So what are you guys doing tonight? Where are you going?
We're going back down to Broadway in a little bit. That's the plan.
All right, that sounds good. That'd be fun. All right, man, be safe.
Yeah.
Have some fun.
Hey, appreciate it. Thanks, Sparky.
All right, man, I'll take care. See
Yeah,
you later.
bachelorette and bachelor parties in Nashville. I spent a lot of time in Nashville, about 8 consecutive years down there working every year.
You called it working, huh?
Well,
that's funny.
The country band Big and Rich?
I've heard of them.
Okay. This was years ago, before they were big and rich, literally and figuratively. They were doing this little bar, and it's amazing what that band was drinking when the waitress was, going around, real teeny tiny little bar. Waitress moving around with just loaded platter of drinks and shots. I'm like, man, she's busy. No, it was right to the band. Every time it was going right to the band.
Oh, so she was going to bring him to the band then every time.
The whole tray was filled.
Holy cow.
With stuff for those guys. And I do remember we took a peek at their set list. They have a tune, and I don't know if they still do it or if they're still together. I don't even know. But your daddy thinks I'm an
Excuse me?
a-hole.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
That's what was
Thank
one
you
of their
for not
songs.
saying that on the air. I appreciate
I know that.
it.
But that was one of their songs. It was pretty interesting. 414-677-1250. Nicolay Law talking text line.
All right, let's go to who did I say was next? Boy, I'm losing my mind right here. Next up is Mike in St. Francis. You're next with Tim Allen on the Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show.
Yeah.
Brewers get the win tonight over the Twins. What's up?
What's up, fellas? It's a beautiful night for baseball. First place Brewers Dice Cup or Bar Dice procured, and it's a great night at the ballpark. Just leaving AmFam Field with my crew, and we had a great night.
So how is the Dice Cup? Is the Dice Cup like a padded one, or is it like a weak Sally one like you get in the Yahtzee game?
Leather monogram. It smells nice. Took a big whiff of it. Oh man, it's quality over quantity. It's bar dice. What can I say? It's
Nice.
going to last for generations. It's going to be passed down from generation to generation in my family. But the championship year continues for the Brewers, first place. Didn't like the Gasser is 50-50 right now. We don't know what Gasser is going to bring every night, but our bullpen is stellar. I'm glad that we passed on Scooble. And it's just a shout out to Austin in Virginia, listening on the Odyssey app.
Oh, hi, Austin.
Nice.
We just we're loving life right now, fellas, and thanks for the call.
Sounds good. Take care.
All right, man.
You
Take it
called
easy,
us,
Mike.
by the way. I didn't realize how national your show has become. I mean, you're in Nashville, you're in Virginia, you're all over the freaking place,
but
aren't you?
That's the crazy thing about technology these days is when people relocated. I think back to pre-internet and pre all this stuff, and I'm pointing at the video here, and these apps and this connection around the world, not just country, around the world. What did you do when you left the market, for work, or you relocated, across the country or whatever? I couldn't imagine a big-time Brewers fan, or a fan of anybody, really, but in this case, big-time Brewers fan, where you were a Brewer fan that just hung on every pitch or every game you followed, whether it was TV or radio. Then what did you do in the 80s? If you relocated, how did you follow them? I mean, the Brewers radio network is one of the largest radio affiliate group in the country in all of baseball.
Right.
So you can just put the radio dial on Seek and drive from Kenosha up to the UP or something, and you're going to find Brewers baseball. There's no doubt. But you just didn't, did you? When you relocated back in the 80s or 90s?
No, absolutely not. There was, newspapers, I guess, USA Today. You look at the box score in the USA Today. You got the sporting news maybe, and read up the capsules on your favorite team in the sporting news. But like being able to watch your favorite team back then, you would hope they would be on the game of the week, right? On the weekends. On what day was game of the week? Sundays? Was Sundays game of the week or Saturday afternoons? I don't remember what it was.
They used to have Monday Night Baseball too.
Right. You had Costas, didn't Euchre do it? Garagiola.
Yep.
All those guys. So that would be another way. But again, even going back then, you think about it, we never saw the National League teams at all, unless they were on TV. But you would never have them come to your stadium or anything like that. So if you moved to a town that wasn't, say, an AL town, right? So let's say, I'm trying to figure out where you would have moved. St. Louis. Let's say you moved to St. Louis from Milwaukee. You're never seeing the Brewers, ever. They're never coming to your town. Now, if you moved to Minneapolis, you still would have saw the Brewers, or Detroit or New York. You still could have saw them play when they came through back in the day. But other than that, no, you're screwed.
I mean, there was a doubleheader in Kansas City many, many years ago where the family was, I was just a kid, but family was taking a sort of Chevy Chase type vacation.
Nice.
All packed in a station wagon, bunch of kids.
And your dad's leading the ringleader? He's the ringleader?
Pulling a StarCraft camper.
Oh, of course.
Oh,
yes.
my goodness. And he's got his beers right there, just sailing along.
That's right.
And it's just, but there was a doubleheader on. And we got the Kansas City station, and it came in for a good many hours. So, I mean, I was on cloud nine at that point, little earpiece and an old transistor radio. And I'm like, guys, I got the Brewers game. They're playing the Royals. They didn't care.
No, they did not care.
They did not care.
You were the only one of that entire card that cared. Some text messages coming in. Great point here from the 920. Hey, guys, 0 hits off the bullpen tonight. That's huge.
Ooh, yeah. That is big time. Well, and again, this bullpen is solid. You move Patrick to say maybe right around a one-inning guy. Now, he went a little bit more than that tonight out of necessity. What did he go on? Inning and a third, I believe.
Inning and a third. 1 inning for Uribe, 1 for Ashby, 1 for McGill.
And that's a locked-up Brewers victory. But you have to score the runs to do that. And they got just enough again. Have you noticed the similarities in these runs scored here? At least on this homestand. 4-3 loss, 4-2 win, 4-2 win, 5-2 win, 6 loss yesterday, and then a 4-3 win. You're right there, just enough. You're going to need this pitching. And now we're seeing why the balancing act is being played. They made a roster move today. Short starts are not a healthy situation for this team right now. It certainly wasn't healthy for Bryce Wilson yesterday.
Well, without days off until next Monday, you can't afford them. Some more coming in here. Scotty Tiffany says it's a win that was needed, but not a phenomenal win. Squeaking by with a 4-3 win against the Twins. We got bigger fish to fry next week on the left coast, which didn't go so well a couple weeks ago. And this time we have the Dodgers, says Scotty Tiffany.
Well, I don't know. The Twins are a hungry team. You could see it again tonight.
They're in the wild card race too in the AL.
Absolutely, they're in their divisional race. They're a couple of games out coming in.
Yep.
And you can't tell me that team can't win that AL Central. They're hungry. They're aggressive. You saw it again tonight. You saw it last night for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You saw it again tonight. They go out hunting fastballs, and when you can't get ahead, Robert Gasser, you're going to get stung when you got to come in with fastballs to this baseball team right now, this Twins team. And you Twins fans that are listening, you know exactly what I'm talking about. For example, what would I pitch against the Brewers? What would I do? It would be a heavy dose of junk. It would be a heavy dose of sliders, changeups, curveballs. At some point, you're going to have to keep them honest. By some fastballs, but they wouldn't be in the zone. Adams, the reliever for the Twins tonight, he had a 1-2-3 inning. Did not throw one fastball the entire inning.
Did he strike out the side? Didn't he strike out the side?
I believe he did.
I think he did.
Is that the guy that struck out the side?
I'm pretty sure. Let me double check the box score here to see. Adams.
But it was
slider, out the side. Yep.
Slider, curveball, and changeup. Not one fastball in the entire inning.
He only threw 15 pitches.
Yeah. You wonder why. You're just digging for gold out there. But the Brewers do get the win. Tiffany, hey, don't downplay this win. This was a big one. She was the one that just texted in.
Yeah, that's Connie Tiffany.
But a 4-3, who cares if it was a squeaker? You got the win, the series even at a game apiece, just in front of the rubber match where Mizorowski's on the hill. Okay, now, real quick before the break. Twins, you want some fastballs? You're going to get them tomorrow.
Oh, yes.
And a heavy dose of them.
Yep.
We'll see what happens. You guys want to join the conversation? 414-677-1250 on the Nicolay Law Talk and Text line. Tim and Sparky, a Brewers 4-3 victory, and you're listening to the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios.
All right, Terang. Been a good hitter with bases loaded. And he sends one into right center. Down it goes. Into the gap. Ball is in. Yelich right behind him. We are tied. Terang wasting no time.
What a job by Terang pulling his hands in. That pitch was 99 miles an hour in on him. It was down. Able to get enough of it to dump it out into the gap, and we're tied.
Yeah, that was a big, big hit by Bryce Terang to tie the game up, and that on Brewers TV. Brian Anderson and Bill Schroeder on the call there. Welcome back. Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Tim Allen, Steve Sparky, Fifer, and the Brewers 4-3 victory. Do what you got to do right now and just move on. I mean, every single win. Were you getting a little nervous with the Cubs just 4.5 back?
No.
I was a little bit.
We talked about it last night.
Little bit.
Clay Holmes
well, now
went
it's
out.
back to 5.5.
Clay Holmes went out there. Remember, they got him. And when that all went down, everybody was talking that the Brewers were in on Holmes. Remember that? That was the name on trade deadline day that they said, hey, the Brewers are talking to the Mets. They may be able to get Clay Holmes. And then all of a sudden he goes to the Cubs. And you're like, come on, man. Holmes tonight against the Royals, 4 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 2 walks, 1 strikeout, and he gave up a home run as well in a 6-3 loss to the Royals.
Yeah, so 5.5 game lead in the Central, and now 45 games remain in the 26 championship season. Nicolay Law talking text line at 414-677-1250. We're going to hear from Pat Murphy in a little while, but right now we'll go to Dan listening on that Odyssey app in Toma. Dan, what's going on?
Hey, thanks for taking my call. I have a question for you guys.
Sure.
Okay, I'm 75 years old. I'm a diehard Brewer fan. Now, tomorrow, the kid that goes up against the Brewers is from my town here, from Toma, Connor Prelip.
Yeah.
Who am I supposed to root for? And how do I watch the game? And what is my feeling supposed to be?
Well, sorry, Connor. I mean, you can pick up a bunch of wins down the line here a little bit, but not tomorrow.
Do you know Connor from when he played in your town at all, or no?
Yeah, I watched him grow up. I know his family. I know his parents. He's a great kid. He's a great kid.
Well, that's easy then. So then you just want like a 1-1, 2-2 game when Prelip comes out in like the 6th, and then the Brewers run away with it and win it at the end.
That's what I'm hoping for. I know he's the left-hander. Brewers have problems against hitting left-handers, but
that's just too nice. That's too nice. I want him knocked out after 3 1/3 of 8-run ball.
Okay,
that's
all right.
Dan, hold on. Let me ask you something. So you are 75. So if the Brewers, so what were you a fan of before the Brewers got here?
Well, I was born in the Milwaukee Braves. I remember my dad taking me down to the county stadium, and Senator Proxmire was out in front, and he had a P on his hat. My dad had a P on his hat, and he asked, what does that stand for? And he said, the Palladium Club. My dad played baseball for a place called the Palladium in New Lisbon. But I remember going to the autograph booth and seeing Joe Torre. I thought my dad had big hands, but Joe Torre's hands were huge.
I've heard that.
I was a Braves fan, Warren Spahn. I knew all that. That's why I remember laying in bed at night, listening to Earl Gillespie doing the Braves games, and and when the Braves left, I was heartbroken. I asked my dad, why did they leave? I couldn't understand, I didn't understand why the Braves went to Atlanta.
So you mentioned New Lisbon there. My mother is from New Lisbon.
Oh, what? Say that again?
My mother is from New Lisbon. She grew up and went to school there.
Who is your mother?
Her name is Sharon.
Boy,
Sharon.
There's probably only one of those ever to come in New Lisbon.
She might have been called Sherry at the time, but
unbelievable. I went to school in New Lisbon. I raised her my whole life.
You're good at
my brothers.
She is older than you, though. She's 84, so she's a little bit ahead of you.
Oh, yeah, 9 years. Yep.
Okay.
All right, man. Sounds good. Thanks, Dan. I appreciate you.
It's good stuff.
Well, thank you very much, guys.
Take care. You bet. Hey, I got one here on the 414. Hey, guys, grew up in New Jersey. Would get the score at 15 and 45 past the hour in the morning. would run to the mailbox when the paper was delivered after school to see how they scored the night before. Watch the Brewers only a few times per year versus the Yankees. Nothing better than seeing Paulie lead off. First pitch, line drive to center to start the game. Down the stretch in 82, would pull in Boston or Baltimore on the radio at night and ignore the static to listen to the game. Glad we didn't get Scooble. Big win tonight. Let's go, Miz. Let's go, Brewers.
I couldn't imagine that, not being able to follow your team if you had to relocate. Now, you and I were going to relocate in 95.
Yeah.
19?
Don't bring that up.
Well,
Yeah, man.
too late.
Everything would have been different, but you
Oh,
wouldn't
my
have-
gosh, it would
you
have been
wouldn't
way
have
different.
had your kid. I wouldn't have had my kids, and
That's right.
nobody wants to give up their kids. But
We were ready to go to Arizona and just to start our sportscasting career.
we all don't do this.
Do you believe that?
Yeah, yes, I do. I think about it. Yeah, I've thought about it much. Yes, I have. From people are texting in where they're listening from. Pete is listening in New Jersey. We have Cactus Pete who's listening in Arizona. So
Nice.
yeah, that's cool. Harley from the VA says a win is a win is a win.
Yes.
Which yeah, I'm down with that. I'm fine
But
with
see
that.
that's the thing. I was going to, and maybe I'll do it tomorrow. Use online and the apps to grab. I haven't heard Molitor on the air doing radio stuff.
Well, I don't think I haven't heard him. I mean, he was
For
there
the
tonight.
Twins.
He was definitely there. Right.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
believe he's on the radio team.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was definitely there.
So I have not heard him on the air. I'd like to hear that.
I should have, and I was not thinking, I should have had Molitor on my show this week. That would have made all the sense in the world because he was on with me after Euchre passed away. The day that Euchre passed away, Molly came on with me right away.
Mhm.
And I should have reached out to have him on prior to this series, and I totally dropped the ball on that one for certain.
So the Brewers get the 4-3 victory, and I think in large part it was the bullpen. I mean, the offense did just enough. You heard the highlight there from Terang. Andrew Vaughn was in the lineup today, along with Bowers, along with Yelich. Is that the A lineup that you saw today?
No, because Yelich is in it. Is in it. So no, I think the A lineup probably features that outfield of Churio, Mitchell, and Lara, and then Bowers or Vaughn at first, the other the designated hitter, and then Cooper Pratt's at shortstop, and then I guess it's Joey Ortiz at third. I
Okay.
guess, but whatever they're going to do at third base, I guess going forward.
I think it's Joey, and you utilize the talents of David Hamilton off the bench.
Yep.
So you've got one on the infield, you got one in the outfield between Lockridge and Hamilton. I think tonight, you guys let me know, 414-677-1250, Nicolay Law Talking text line. I think this was the A lineup. That included Joey Ortiz, it included Christian Yelich,
In the 7-hole.
and it included both Vaughn and Bowers.
Yep. 7-1-5. 7 left on base. 3 for 12 with runners in scoring position. They need to fix that problem or it will ultimately be their demise and end the season again if Murphy doesn't keep Vaughn in the lineup and forget about that lefty-righty platooning nonsense. He'll be sorry. He constantly comes through and is one of the few, Bowers is another, that will go the other way with a pitch and produces. I do have to give Murph a pat on the back, though, for the 8th inning chess match player changes from the 7-1-5.
8th inning, yeah, with Lara coming in,
Yep.
pinch running. Lockridge was pinch running. This lineup may not feature Lara, and I'm quickly becoming a Lara fan. I don't
Good.
see how you can't.
Yep.
If you're watching him play ball, he looks like we're gonna have a lot of good years enjoying his play. But this is, I think, the A lineup right here, getting both Bowers and Vaughn into the lineup. Yelly, wherever you bat him. Yelich, by the way, a base hit and a run scored tonight. You're not going to comment on that?
No, it's good. But you were talking about what the A lineup is. He's not in my A lineup right now. I think it's hot for a week or two. Sure, then we could talk about him being in the A lineup. But right now, if you're telling me Bowers, Vaughn, Yelich, who do you want to DH? He's third.
So, in other words, it's Sanchez over Yelly? That's essentially what it comes down to.
Sanchez over Yelly.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Lara over Yelly.
I guess. Sure.
That's kind of what it comes down to.
Right. Because right now, but really, that's not it. It's Yelly over Vaughn is what's happening. That's it. Vaughn's the one that's sitting when Lara is playing, and then you've got Bowers at first base, and Yelich never comes out. When was the last time he had back-to-back off days?
Now, yeah.
I don't think it's happened, has it?
So,
not when healthy.
All right. So you could make the argument that whatever Murphy's doing is working at 73 and 44.
Absolutely. Correct.
Right?
Yes. No matter how much some of us get mad, it's obviously working, and they're winning a ton of games.
That's right. That's right. All right, we're going to hear from Pat Murphy coming up, Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show. A 4-3 victory. Tim Allen, Steve Sparky, Fifer, and the Brewers now have the series tied at a game apiece with Miz on the mound tomorrow to seal the deal. Hopefully, we'll talk more after the break here. Stick around.
The game is over, and it's time to hear from the skipper on the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show with Tim Allen on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
All right. What we got?
The answer after that rough second inning was that you kind of got it out for almost 5. So you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, we talked to Gas after second inning. I said, hey, Gas, the team needs you right now to give us 5. Okay, we're going to the 6-man rotation to help the starters. Now you got to help the club here by giving us 5. And he did. It wasn't pretty, 6 free bases between balks and walks and hit by pitch and stolen bases. You can't give up that many free bases. Made some really nice Cheerios diving catch in the first inning in the sun was underrated. And it's, we gave up too many free bases tonight, but it was a good win. Just a good, solid win. Hung in there, came back. Terang obviously had a clutch night. William getting that hit by pitch, and then the big hit in the 8th, lead off the 8th. And Lockridge with a big bag, and then Bonnie. Righties, lefties, not supposed to be able to hit certain type pitching. He just gets it done. Professional hitter. Yeah, I'm really pleased for him. So.
Yeah. What happened with Joey there?
Yeah. He had it before the game, and there was some question. It's in his back. So he's getting an MRI right now just for precaution. But he had to come out of the game after the swing in the first inning, or whatever inning, second inning.
He's had some neck issues in the past?
Yeah, this isn't neck. This is lower. This is kind of under the scap, but it could be related. Who knows?
Feeling it all before today?
I don't know that for a fact. I don't know.
Mark Lockridge there, just the definition of being ready.
Definition of being ready, Hunter. I like the way you talk. You know what I mean? That's definition of being ready when called upon. That's who that kid is. That was a sneaky little acquisition last year. And, we got criticized heavy for not getting much at the deadline. This kid's a ball player, man. He's a ball player. And he hasn't had much to his rehab. We had to force him here. He hasn't had many at bats, but he's sneaky, really important piece. So.
On a similar line, David coming in his first at bat of the game was that 2-out walk with some tail for sure. Just how crucial is that in the game?
Yeah, David, they're ready too. He's learning. He's learning. How he can become a real effective, winning big league player. And the threat of his steal, the threat of his bunt, sets him up nicely. Too many strikeouts. I mean, what did we punch out 12 times? 14 times? You counted wrong. No, you were correct. I stand corrected. I counted wrong. Yeah, 14 punch. It's too many. They got good pitching, man. I mean, they're guys that aren't even leverage guys came in and shoved,
Your leverage guys on the other hand also showed. You reviewed, especially McGill. I'm just kind of a general thought on this season so far. I know it's fairly into it. It's 4 pitches, but just the arc that he's been on, the way that he's been able to sort of come back from what looks like a hiccup to just being as dominant as he's ever been.
I mean, I think that's what you have to understand in the world of baseball is like everybody's going to go through bumps. Everybody. It's how you respond to it and how quickly you respond to it. And I think Trev has done that, he's been awfully good. Uribe, awfully good. Ashby. Did he get the win tonight, Ashby? Threw the ball good. Chad Patrick threw the ball good. I mean, that's important.
Who gave the crew some breathing room? What play was it? It's time for the insurance run of the game. Brought to you by G2 Insurance, your friend in insurance. On the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show with Tim Allen on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
A 4-3 victory, and we'll get to our insurance run of the game, which is brought to you by G2 Insurance, your friend in insurance. Running a business is like a championship run. One bad hit can take you out of the game. G2 Insurance Services specializes in keeping your business and reputation protected. They offer tailored solutions for restaurants, professional liability, and workman's comp. They represent top carriers like Erie to find the best combination of coverage and price. Get the defensive line your business deserves. G2 Insurance Services in Brookfield, online at g2ins.com. Your friend in insurance. You heard Pat Murphy there talking a little bit about Andrew Vaughn and how, you know, it was a tougher matchup, but he hung in there about that type of pitcher. But that's got to be the insurance run of the game because it ensured that the Brewers got the victory.
Vaughn, right side, base hit. Here comes Lockridge. Here comes the throw from Martin. Lockridge is safe, and the Brewers have the lead.
And there it was on Brewers TV, a 4-3 winner. Was that Ashby that got the win, right?
Yes,
he puts
sir.
the top of the eighth.
Yep.
So that's a little bit more normal-like. Ashby getting the victory out of the pen. Is that number 12?
13.
13.
Lucky 13.
For Aaron Ashby and the Brewers' 73rd victory against 44 losses. Andrew Vaughn, I think if you were to poll 100 Brewers fans that follow the team on a regular basis, how many of those 100 would say that Andrew Vaughn needs to play every day?
That follow them every day?
Yep.
So these are core Brewer fans, not
Pretty
casual?
core Brewer fans.
95.
I don't know if it's that high, but
I bet you it is.
Okay, I think there's quite a few.
If you sent somebody out to American Family Field tomorrow in the parking lot before a game and had them walking around, I bet you it's pretty high. Yeah.
And you had a clipboard and you're asking questions and can you sign the petition and hear about politics? No, I'm kidding.
No. Hey, on the Dugout YouTube chat, Sal Frelick went. This is from Fallen Garter. Sal Frelick went 0 for 2 in Nashville, and then Carroll pitch hit for him.
Oh.
No, it's going to take a while for him to get back going. He hasn't swung a bat in how long?
So with the let's hear a little bit from Andrew Vaughn, and we'll kind of unpack what might happen if there's not good news with Joey Ortiz. But here's Andrew Vaughn after the win.
Trevor said that wins like that are what kind of keep the season rolling, especially after last night's loss. It was so frustrating and uncharacteristic for you guys. What does tonight kind of do for the group?
Yeah, it's huge. Those close games they're tough to, come out on top. And I feel like the more of those you win throughout a season, like looking back, they may pile up, but in the moment, you just got to win each one you can.
How much does the your confidence in the bullpen keeping you in games kind of give you motivation as hitters to come up and they're going to keep us in it and we're going to be ready to get the lead?
Yeah, bullpen and starting pitching. Both ends have been doing that all year, keeping us in close games and try to score some runs for those guys, and they keep it going on the mound for us.
You say with the efforts of Hamilton and Lockridge off the bench today, Hamilton's had the big 2-out walk, Lockridge crucial steal before your hit. Just how does that help like kind of boost the energy in the dugout when you guys like that step up? Yeah,
I feel like all the guys on defense, all the guys that are hitting, the guys on the bench, everybody's ready to go. No matter what, you never know when your time's going to come to get on the field, and you just got to be ready for it. And it was huge. Hammy's at bat was, pinnacle of the game, and, Lockridge being, faster than most of us, especially me, it's huge.
Guy in second there in the eighth there, I think you're right field going into that at bats.
No, just staying simple. Just trying to get a pitch I can hit. Not trying to do too much, just trying to drive something, to the outfield, get it off.
I wonder if he's going to go on some sort of power surge at the right time.
Would be great.
Ooh, wouldn't that be nice? All right, real quick, before we turn you guys loose, if there is an issue with Joey Ortiz, who might be the next man up? We know David Hamilton is going to get playing time.
Edie's Leonard leaving was just horrible. And when it happened, I was like, oh, my God. Well, he had the up and escalator to get out or whatever, and he's at the big league level. They don't got much. Brock Wilken had a home run tonight. He's hitting 178, and he's their third baseman right now. You've got Luke Adams, who's played third base. He's been playing first down there, though. He hit a home run tonight as well. Adams has 13. Wilken has 12. Adams is hitting 251. He does have a 902 OPS, though. So, that's pretty damn good.
How is Luis Rengifo doing? Can I want to throw this out there. Those of you following along at home, you guys knew I was a big Luis Rengifo guy. Rengifo. And
Rengifo is, let's see here. Get out of the way. Rengifo has a .7 win above replacement. That's pretty good. He's hitting .324 with a .418 OPS.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's
just saying.
He's doing pretty good.
Just saying.
441 slugs, so 859.
He had the worst luck in I swear he had the worst luck I've ever seen in a Brewers uniform.
Maybe.
It was horrible.
From the 920, great idea, Tim. We're going to watch the game tomorrow and listen to the Twins radio broadcast here, Molly, as long as I can handle it. Would love to hear his thoughts on the Miz. From the 608, I really like Lara too, but did you notice in recent games he almost wiped out Terang and Mitchell in the outfield when he was getting called off? Yes, that's a big issue. 1,000% agree. They've got to figure that out. And I don't know if it's communication, or what, but yes,
I think it's his aggressive, youthful nature. He just wants to do a lot. Hey, by the way, the Cleat Boyer right here got the glove.
Ooh, another win.
3-1.
Okay,
I'm sorry. Yeah, 4-1.
4-1. Yeah.
4-1 since
Good.
we busted out the good luck charm of Cleat Boyer, ball mitt. All right, that's going to do it for us. Aaron Morse is going to join me tomorrow for the Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show.
At the Wisconsin State Fair, because it looks like we're supposed to be having storms and so forth, so we'll be in studio tomorrow. I apologize for that.
Leadoff show at noon, and after the game, Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show after the victory. Keep this in mind. Smile, Wisconsin. Bob Euchre is smiling back.
And
See you tomorrow.
And Cleat Boyer.
And Cleat Boyer smiling with him.
He's got to be in this right now, dude. Yes.